Good morning, all you fine fisher people. This video is going to be about trying to catch a few flatheads for a fish fry, not necessarily on a pole or a trot line. Down here in the deep south, we eat a lot of fish, crappie, bass, brim, and a world of catfish. In fact, the catfish capital of the world is about 25 miles east of me in Belzona, Mississippi. Pond-raised catfish. But nothing tastes better than a good 10-pound flathead, in my opinion. And catching them on a pole is great fun. It's great fun. But it can be a slow process. So I decided that if I was going to eat some flathead, have a few friends over and cook up some fillets, that I'd come up with a way that was pretty easy. I didn't have to run trot lines. I didn't have to carry heavy weights around with me. I didn't have to do anything. I just put these hooks out and come back later and check them. And here's the thing I came up with. This is a cedar block. You see it's got an eye bolt. It has an eye bolt in the end, eye bolt in the other end. Big around, about a foot long, heavy. Now the beauty of these blocks are that you can place them right where you want them in flathead territory. We all know that, excuse me, we all know that flatheads are mighty finicky and you can sit there all day and they don't bite, but sooner or later they're going to eat, and you know sooner or later they're going to be in those particular spots. Steep clay banks on the Mississippi River down here is an ideal place to catch them. Big old clay banks where the river's cutting into the bank. A lot of times these places don't have anything to tie to as far as dropping a line or sticking a PVC pipe in the bank or whatever. You just don't have any way to fish it. So these things here are heavy. They get heavier the wetter they get while they're soaking. And you can tie them to virtually anything. I've stuck thumb-size willow sticks in the bank and tied to them, and held 30-pound flatheads. There's no problem, because all of the energy from the flathead goes to these blocks. Several advantages of these things are they float low in the water. You don't get a lot of help fishing. Down here, there's a world of traffic on the Mississippi River, and you can be fishing on a partnership if you're not careful. And your partner, you might not even know him. But these blocks float down low in the water. You use black cord on them, and that way they are really invisible. Tie them as low to the water as you can so that there's not much string showing for somebody to see. And they just look like a stick floating around, actually. So the whole idea is to catch a 10-pound flathead, 8-pound flathead, perfect size for eating. Anything over 10 pounds I throw back. I don't keep them. Never have. I just like to eat them, but I don't like to take the big fish out of the water. Now I'm going to walk out here and show you a couple of these things that I have stretched out for you to see. Now there's one that's a shorter one, works just fine. You see the eye bolt on the bottom, string coming out, there's a swivel, there's the hook, about 4 feet deep. Now this long string on the other end, this is the string that you tie to a stick or a limb or whatever you have. You adjust that length to where it'll float in the right spot. Now here's a different one, a little bit longer, smaller around. Eye bolt in the end, eye bolt on the bottom. There's your cord going out. Here's the cord that sticks on that they tie onto the tree. Now these things work really good to catch you a few fish for the table. Remember now, don't try to clean out the fishery. Just get what you can eat. Thank you for watching.